Welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. Let's see if it look good. Yeah. Okay. Let's play some Caro Khan today. I am all the way down to 1883, which is a little bit shocking. Things have not been going well, so I'm looking to kind of right the ship here. I'm playing a 15-10 game to give myself a little more time, trying to make less tactical blunders, which is funny. Because I think as people watch these games, they're like, wow, this guy is really bad at tactics, misses a lot. And in my classical games, I don't miss that many. So it's a very interesting, just the time control is really playing into it. So this is how I play against the classical. I don't know if this is the best approach, but it's the one I know quite deeply. And I have a hard time, like, once I've memorized a bunch of theory, just saying, like, I'm not going to use that theory anymore. I tend to kind of stick with lines I've learned pretty deeply and just kind of roll with them. The idea here is we're going to end up doing moves like this, and probably this, and then taking here, and playing here, and playing here, and playing here. Like, more likely than not, a lot of those moves are going to happen. I mean, my opponent has potentials for deviation, but generally people, if they go this deep into it, they generally play all the moves of like here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So we'll see. It ends up the defining moment ends up being like 8 moves from now. Do they go here or do they go here with their bishop? So we'll see what they do. I tend not to learn a lot of theory. I tend to learn kind of just enough, but I don't know. I think it's just I've seen this line enough times. It wasn't an intentional thing of like I have to know all the theory. It was more just kind of like I learned it through that sort of organic way of playing games, looking at the games afterwards, and figuring out what happened. So this move is to be able to give the bishop a hole to retreat to. Okay, that's a weird move. So now we're kind of out of theory. This is the normal move. Threatening to jump in here. So what is this guy threatening to do? It looks like he's threatening to go here, but I've made this hole already, and I would just duck in, and that's fine. So, is there anything else interesting about this position? I might just go here first to stop this kind of idea. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But I guess it also gives me options of going like here and then maybe coming in behind there instead of going here. Okay, I don't know. I don't have a good reason for what this is doing versus this other than it seems worse. I don't know, maybe there's some latent idea in there. Okay, so that was sort of what I was expecting. I think this seems fine. And I won't be surprised if they go here anyway, and that's okay. This knight, while he's like, yeah, look at me, I'm more advanced than this square. This one is influencing a lot of important squares. This one, like, I don't know, its mobility is pretty minimal. Not sure what to make of it. I'm happy I'm actually up on time for once. I'm usually, from recording these, I end up so low on time. I feel like he's going to go here because like he wants the castle and develop this bishop. So it just seems like more likely than not. Although a lot of times in this line they'll end up castling long. But I don't even know if I should say in this line anymore. Like now we're in, I don't know. This is what I'm struggling with. Are we in new territory, or are we just in the smallest deviation of the normal line? I'm really kind of struggling with that. I've decided I'm just going to play chess while keeping those same ideas in mind. Like if I was playing the other line, I would have played this before playing this, but this seems like a good move here. And I may even go here next before developing this piece. In fact, I don't even know where I want this piece this game. Because now we can go here. If they take here, and we can put the knight on the square it would enjoy a little bit more. I think before I do something like that, I probably want to get castled. I'm a little bit surprised this person's taking so long in this early game. We're only on move 9, and they've chewed up some time here, and I'm just going to do this. Okay. This is even more interesting now that I look at it. After this, these are hitting each other. I think I really just want to get castled at this point. I think this is probably the move. Yeah, this seems like the move. And then I'm probably just going to put the bishop here. Normally what ends up happening is they end up going here with the knight. I take, they take, and my knight is already here at this point, and then takes back. So this is a small issue that I'm not thinking about, that I probably do want this knight here to be able to make that series of moves. It ends up being quite useful for me to basically take this knight and put it here, all with tempo, while attacking the queen, and then it gives me some possibilities. It's important to note this pawn is only backed up once. I don't think I can take advantage of that. Like if they were to move, say, here, then things get very interesting with this bishop, this queen. Well, it's not. I don't know why I'm saying the queen is undefended. It is definitely defended, but it's less defended. Maybe after here, do I have something like this, exploiting the weird placement of that knight? Perhaps after this, and then if takes, I could come back and take here. I don't know. There's a lot of new interesting wrinkles with their knight. I'm gonna say kind of misplaced. I don't think it's terrible, but it feels misplaced to me. It just feels like it would have been better on its normal square. Like I had to move 2 times to get to a worse square, is my assessment of that knight. And playing incredibly slow. Almost 5 minutes for, not a lot of action. Maybe they're taking a while because they're trying to figure out, am I castling long here? My instinct is that they are going to castle long here. I can, of course, check here, but then they just go here. And I think I don't really gain much there. If they castle short, I've definitely lost in that exchange. I think I'm just going to go here. Actually, I think I would have rather gone here for this whole series. But I think they're going to castle now. And then I think I'm going to go here and then castle. I might not even castle right away. I might bluff that I too will castle long if you're going to castle long. We might just get in a castling bluffing match. No, okay. So they are willing to commit. They're castling there. Does that do anything useful for me? I could certainly go here, threatening this pawn. White has this interesting move. Threatening to win a rook, which is problematic. Not really seeing anything in this position at this moment. I think I'm going to go here. I think it gives me a lot of options. It gets me closer to being able to castle. Then even like this, maybe I can respond like this. And then, I don't know, I've got another piece over here. I'm probably going to want to push pawns, though, if I castle along. But I think I'm going to go here and say I still have alive the idea of castling on either side. If this does come, which is, again, fairly normal, because this knight, eventually, if they want to push these pawns down, it's like, well, the knight kind of has to go there. Unless they're willing to put the knight back here or here. That ends up what they do. Maybe this could be reasonable in this spot where it's like there. I don't know. Maybe they want him there. So normally here I would castle long, and then I would play. I'm trying to remember what way I go. Do I go here or do I go like this? I think I go here first. But this knight is usually over here when I do that. This bishop is also in a weird spot. I'm not used to the bishop being here. So I think at this point the safest thing for me to do is to throw out any theory I have lingering in my head, because there are so many differences in this position, and just try to reorient myself to the position at hand. It's so similar to the theory I'm used to that it keeps distracting me into wanting to categorize it in some structure. But I think it'd be safer for me to just say, I don't know this position. I have some hints about it. But let's start looking at some concrete stuff and try to figure out how do I want to. The first question is, what side do I want to castle on? Do I want to just say, I'll castle long also, and then it's kind of an even, I don't want to say boring, but like a regular game? Or do I want to castle opposite side, castle short, and kind of be like, okay, let's do a race. Potentially a race. I think if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I can get to his king very easily. At least when I've played this position before. I think what ends up happening ends up being kind of a battle for the D file. Because if I end up doing something like this, so this guy's here. So I think if I was going to do that, maybe I would go here and then here. And then it'd be like here, here, takes. My pawns don't look great. I don't know. Maybe I just say I'm controlling d5 fine. Like I'm controlling all these squares pretty well. Maybe I just thrust forward this way. You know, do stuff like this. That might be the way to go. And at a minimum, I gain a bunch of space. And also, my opponent continues to just really tank every single move like this is a classical game. I mean, we're on move 13. They're now halfway done with their time. And the game's now getting complicated, right? Like until now, it hasn't been that complicated. And now it's getting very complicated. So I can't figure out if there's like something in the position I'm missing that you all now are like, what? How are you not talking about this? Or if my opponent just is struggling to get their bearings, which, I don't know, it's kind of one of the advantages of playing something like the Caro-Kann, where, you know, the player with the white pieces doesn't see it as much as me. So whereas I'm like, oh yeah, I know all the theory, I know all the reasons even of why we're doing this and where we're heading. My opponent might just be like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to figure this out over the board, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so they've spotted this situation. Interestingly, it's an interesting question of would it be best to even give up this pawn? Like if I could just take this pawn off the board, maybe that's better. And I go here, and then I go here, and I'm threatening to attack, but I don't think that is best. I'm pretty tempted to go here, and then if here, I'm here. I am aware that there's this stuff. I don't think it's enough. I guess there's also sacks here, which are interesting, which will come with check if I castle short. So there's definitely stuff happening. I'm pretty tempted to go here and say if you want to take, I think I'm taking this way and then this way. And I don't, it's like here, and then if he goes here, I don't really like where my queen is though. So that's an interesting question. Yeah, and then maybe they can do this. So maybe they're sort of baiting me into going here. I don't think I want to go here. I'm a bit tempted to go here, but remember, they're probably going to want to go here. Although I guess at this point they can't even go there. But if my knight goes here, I don't like where he is. But if I bring him here, 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 and then here, I think this is all good for me. I guess another thing to keep in mind is if I go here, here, I do need to be careful of this situation. But I think it's fine. If here, I would go here, and we're okay. There's also just castles. Let him take. But I don't think I like that. I think I'm gonna go. Also just this. I like that best. Kind of moves off of all the problems. If takes here. I can't just castle long. Suddenly he's on this. Does that do enough? Takes. I don't think so. I think I can go here and this is okay. I'm going to go here. It took like 2 minutes for that move. So I kind of went in the tank myself there. And a move that is kind of a basic nothing move. I probably spent too much time there. I think next it's just going to be castles. Almost without too much thought. I think I just want a castle. I guess one thing I need to be aware of is castles, sacks take, check, moves over. Oh, this would be hanging at the end of that. So yeah, I guess this bishop is not well placed suddenly. This is sort of interesting though. I'm threatening that guy falling immediately. Doesn't have a lot of good squares. Okay. That seems like a strange move to me. So castles, takes, check, and double attack. And yeah, that does cause a problem. I'm a little bit tempted to go here. Takes. Cannot take. Probably ends up pushing. And then I could just maybe drop a knight in. Yeah, let's just go here. Kind of like if you want to rip this open, I guess I understand why you want to rip it open, because theoretically you're like, ooh, his king's in the middle, but my king is not stuck in the middle. Like my king can move out at any moment. And will. If I get to go here, and they go here, that seems pretty good. The king just looks a little more airy than I would be comfortable with. Okay, that's what I thought they were going to do. And then I can go here and just kind of plug up this situation, right? If they take, I take back this way. Is that not what I want, though? Would I rather just go here and force this open? I think I need to move the knight so that I can not have this problem here. Where's this knight going, though? I guess here, 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 and then here. But I'm still back to closing everything off around the king. I think that's okay. I can still kind of open things up with this. It's not like it's totally closed. It's almost like... No, I was planning to take this out. I might take this way, actually. Maybe that's the way to go. Gives them a protected pass pawn. Also hangs this pawn. So yeah, I think I don't want to do that. I think if here, I'm just going to have to take here. And I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe I've just kind of let my opponent close everything down, and that's what they wanted. Because now my breaks are all gone. It would have to be like here, here. Okay, so if I take here... Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take there. I'm going to castle. I'm going to put my knight here. And I guess now I brace myself to be attacked. Although the middle is open. So maybe I can go like castles, put a rook on the open file, and then put the knight here. Ooh, interesting. Okay. What's the idea here? Oh, that's a very good idea. He's on this and this. I was thinking I could castle. I cannot. But I can go here. That looks okay. I guess this is coming though next. Then I castle, then here, takes, then I... Yeah, there's a lot coming at my king at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what we meant to do. Or do I go here? Or I get really wild and just castle long after going here. That's an idea. Then I can't castle at all. Maybe I don't need to castle. Maybe I can just do a little walkover. Okay, I'm gonna go here. And then I'm castling along. I'm gonna hit this guy first. So after here, I'm going here. And then I think I'm gonna castle along and just say, okay, well, we already decided that's the safe part of the board. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Wasn't ready for that at all. How did I miss that? Okay. The problem is if I go here, this pawn hangs. And with the way this position is, I don't really want to hang a pawn. So, yeah. I'm going to go this way. With the idea of going here and here. And if here, I'm going to go here. This is not going well suddenly. I was feeling great like not many moves ago. I think the downfall was setting it up so that trade happened. Like the knight to here was the problem. And then, kind of forcing them to take, closing off the position, really giving up the fact that they've just made their king super vulnerable and don't have a lot of time. Oh my goodness. And they're just adding the pressure here. Wow. That's a good move. Boy. Guess I'm just moving here. And then he goes here. Let me go like here. I mean, I think at this point I'd take a repetition. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Boy, this has gone sideways. I think I just put a rook here. Probably this rook. Rook here looks quite strong. And suddenly it's like, what happened? Like, what happened? Yeah, that's amazingly strong. Because then I have to like give up the queen for it. Like, what is happening? I do think I have this move, which is interesting. I wonder if the move I want to do is like here. No, I was thinking I could go here. I think I want my king there. Yep, rook there seems right. And if I go here, and then when I take, it takes this way, and it's not a lot better. It's just not a lot better. But I do have to worry about that problem right now. Problems just keep on mounting. Interesting would be just bailing out of here, going over here, and then if rook here is fine. The problem is if I go here, can I just go here and be like, I am about to mate? Takes, mate. What would I do? I can't believe this is spun out of control again. I feel like this whole road to 2200 is me playing games where I feel like I'm in control and then just spinning out of control completely. Okay, interesting tactical idea that I do not think works. Here, hitting the queen, almost forcing this, and then we're on this. There's just not enough there, but it's interesting. So my choices are like here or here. That's what I'm looking at. I just think, does queen just win, or is that just good? That just wins, I think. Okay, you know what? This still might just win. So, yeah. No, that's actually better for me than before, I think. Because then it's like takes here. Queen comes first. And then we trade. The rook ends up there, and then I sneak away. And there's no queen or light squared bishop to harass me on that. So I don't know. It's bad, though. It's bad. Really let another one go. Huh. Very interesting. How long has this pawn here been hanging? I don't even know. Okay. Not not long enough to actually do anything. All right. What's the move? What's the move? 1 plus is how low my opponent is on time. There's another. Okay. Now I have another out, which is like going here, which is interesting, covering the square some more. So maybe, just maybe, things will work out. Yeah, there's a chance. It's about all I can ask for at this point is a chance. Things also might not be quite as dire as I think they are. It's just like when your opponent can filter every piece on your king. And like the wild things, I said all this, right? I was like, if I close up this middle, suddenly their weakened king doesn't look weak, and they can just have an all-out assault. And I was like, let's do it. Like, what? Why? Why would we do that? Why would we do the thing we can see happening? That's not going to be good for us. Maddening. Chess is a maddening game. More like the way I play chess is a maddening game. My opponent, again, going deep in the tank. Only 2.5 minutes left. If they haven't solved it here, they're going to have some troubles. A move I did not look at is this. That looks quite interesting. If I go like, okay, I wasn't ready for that either. Okay, so they went there. Doesn't look good though, right? Because they still can't come in here. Because the knight's gone. I think this is the move. Okay. And again, if they want to repeat, that's fine. I think they're going to go here. And then I'll go here. And okay. I think they really just want to double here. Okay. Interesting. I think I like this. Oh, they're going to take with the rook. I was thinking they were going to take with the bishop. I think that's fine still. I think anyways fine here. I don't think trading here was the right idea. Like they have this huge pressure on me, and now they're trading off several pieces, which is, yes, maybe removing some defenders, but isn't it also removing all of your attackers? So I don't know. It seems a little weird to me. Okay. I feel like this is pretty reasonable. Stopping him from being able to come in. Maybe better even is here to go here. He does have there though, which I don't love. And if I go here, this falls also. So, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Doesn't threaten anything is the problem. I'd love to make some threats. I do have this move though, which is hitting this guy. Which could be quite useful to get rid of him. And my opponent's under 2 minutes, so hopefully they'll start really, feeling that pressure. I know I would. I might feel pressure more than other people though. I do need to be careful that this does not work. Block the check because of that. because of the pin. So you have to. I'm just filing like ideas away in my mind. Like, don't do that. Interestingly, actually, I can go here now and threaten that piece. Yeah, that actually would be very strong. Because, I mean, if they didn't do this. If they do that, then I don't think that's a good idea. I think I want to keep this guy here guarding this square. So this seems like a very obvious move, or this. So I don't understand what is so like. What is that? Huh? Okay. Okay, maybe it's so they can go here. Oh, okay, interesting. And then if I try to go here, well, no, now they can go there. All right. I'm looking at this. Just trying to like make some moves there. So like if I go here, oh, if they go here, and then I go here, then they have this. It is 2 rooks for the queen though, which might be totally fine. Am I missing something? Queen to either of those squares doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't get that move at all. I just don't get it. I am going to go. The problem is if I go here, he still has this, which is maddening. All right, I'm going to go here. I don't know if I like this idea, but I'm removing yet another attacker. They go here. I go here. And I think I'm fine with that. If they go here, I'm okay with this. That looks great. Suddenly, you know, I'm in a pretty good spot. Kind of feel like they want to go here. Oh, that's kind of funny. And then if I go here, it's covering that, so they have to take. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go here. Just going to get another piece off the board. Ah, that's interesting. So like this is mate basically, right? Here, here, here. So just can't let that happen. So it means I can't take here, which is kind of the whole point of all of this. But I'm kind of looking at going here. Doesn't that cause a problem? I guess maybe my opponent can go here and then sneak into the square that they want so badly. I want to try this. Oh, wait. If I do that, they have this check, which may be devastating. Maybe I just go here. So I'll go here with the idea of either here or here. Probably doubling here is the answer. Get that last rook into the game. But now I think I can go here and kick him away a bit. We're probably going there if I do that. Okay. If I go here, takes, mate, so I can't do that. If I go here, check, takes would be fine. So I think I can go here. At a minimum, it stops, or maybe it doesn't stop the pawn. Yeah, no, actually, no, it doesn't, because I can't take here anymore. I'm going to have to figure something out, but I definitely have more time than my opponent. That is the nice thing. How do I unwind? Do I go like this and this and this? That looks like probably the answer I've been looking for. So everything else is kind of fine. Okay, so if here, then I'm kind of dead, aren't I? Like here, takes there. It's even mate. So yeah, that doesn't work actually. Whoops. Just when I thought I might be okay, I might have bungled it again. So can I do anything about this then? Well, if I go here and he goes there, I could take him. So he'd have to move. Say I went here and he went there. Does that gain me anything? I don't think so. I think I am properly dead. Just as I found a potential solution. Yeah, I think moving the rook to here might have been a death knell. Oh, boy. Is it worth even continuing if I have to, like, trade? I don't think so. Well, my opponent is low on time, so we're going to do this and try to cook something up. Okay, what if I go here? Here. I don't think this works at all. Oh, I could have gone here. Oh my goodness, would that have worked? Had I gone here, here, here. Oh, I think that works fine. Oh my goodness, that's really disappointing. Yeah. This way. Actually, this way still works, right? Same thing. Yeah. Right? Just go here. And that's fine. No, this hangs a rook. Darn it. Oh, you missed it. With only 15 seconds left, my opponent missed the game-winning move. All right, I like it. Still might be lost. Still might be lost because this still beats me. Son of a. But this also wins because the rook goes there. Oh, no. No, no, no. What a frustrating game. Chess is maddening. I have nothing, right? Here I lose. Everything else this, and that is it. My opponent with 0 time left. Pulls out the win. Yet another loss on the road to 1200. All right, let's take a look at this game. That's a tough one. That was a tough one to accept. Okay, so started out with a very normal classical variation. This is all mainline theory until here. I've never seen anyone play this move, and not that many people have played it. This is the normal move, or this, depending on the ordering, but it ends up being essentially the same. It's just this kind of stuff, controlling the middle, you know, some of the moves we saw in our game. But it was a slight wrinkle because he went there. So then the question is, what do I do? This would be the move I would make in the other variations, but I'm happy to see that, according to at least the database, these are the common moves here, just acknowledging like we're in a different thing. It goes there, I go back. Another kind of, I don't know, fine move, I guess. And now we're just playing. Okay. So this is an important moment, I think. Let's see what the engine says about this move. Okay, so a couple things here. I played what is a normal looking move for this setup. For a setup similar to this that's actually quite a bit different. Whereas I think we can see, and this is a problem I made in my classical game this week, that this is probably a better spot for this bishop between these two spots. Like, the reason why, so first of all, this bishop is not going to be contesting this knight, so we don't need it for that reason. And then the other reason we want it here oftentimes is to be able to do these things like here, this knight's taking here, the queen goes back, and then this queen goes here, and like this bishop shouldn't be in the way of all of that, but this is a different line, and I don't think I didn't do a good enough job. Or if I was going to take the ideas from this line, normally I would play here actually, and then if here, and then here, I'd come back, and then here, and I'd come back, and this would be like a normal line that I would play. So I both like combined them in a weird way. I don't know. I just kind of made a move that seemed comfortable and right, but probably wasn't the best. Okay, and then now continuing to play fine normal moves. This is kind of a weird move. Interestingly, the engine's favorite move is here. And then if here, I imagine it is moving the rook. Oh, it's not moving the rook over. And I didn't really like this because of this. I was just kind of like, I mean, can't be that great. Although the funny thing is it's pretty good. Because now it's like here and then here, and suddenly you're behind enemy lines, and things are looking reasonable for being down a pawn. But interestingly, the computer says the best move is to do something like this. And then we're immediately on this pawn, right? And so then it's like, oh, okay, wow. Unless they try to do something like this, then now we're going here. And now, like, we kind of have two pieces in this. And in fact, I think the queen is just trapped here. Yeah, so the queen's just trapped in this variation. So it's setting up a queen trap as well. So I strongly considered it, but I was like, no, I'll just go here. It's fine. And then the game's equal, right? These are all fine. The game's equal, essentially. And this was the move, right? This move essentially loses me the game. And it's such an interesting game-losing move because it's a very positional idea, right? There's clearly no material lost here. You're like, everything's fine. Like, how could I be thinking I'm lost? But the computer says that white is up 2.3 here with a totally even material game. I just completely lost it on a positional move. Because now, like, we can see what... if I castle, they're in my face with all these pieces, and I totally missed how strong this knight move would be, right? Like, this knight move is a move, right? Like, that move is hitting everything. So that is quite a frustrating moment in this game, where really I could have castled, and everything's totally fine. I was a little bit worried about this. I guess we should look at this. I thought this hung a piece, actually. Right? I thought this hung a piece. So what is the deal here? Okay. Well, no, it doesn't hang a piece. Sorry. I mean, they obliterate my center, get a few pawns, and the piece sack that they made is not a piece. It hangs a piece at the end. And white is indeed winning there. But here, white is not winning. Black is winning. Oh, this is a very simple move here that in my calculation. So I was able to see this, and what I was not able to see was that. And that just fixes everything, right? And now it's like, well, now the queen's kind of misplaced. They're down a piece for some pawns. Like, that's not winning. So I didn't think I had the option to castle. So that was a big thing. And we keep coming back to this of, like, me seeing the right moves and then miscalculating something. It's like it's 1, 2, and so it's move 3 from here, seeing the rook is here and going here and blocking. That's just still a weakness in my game. I'm hoping that is something that as I get better, I'll get better at, but we'll have to see. But the bottom line is, this kind of loses the game, right? Okay, so let's move on, I guess. So we lose. I mean, it's just like, funnily enough, this is a better move, right? It at least shuts all this off. And then if they can't go here, right? That's covered now. And again, I didn't recognize how strong that was. I just didn't like this setup, having this protected pass pawn. They can end up going here. And then it just feels like I don't have many good pawn breaks at that point, and my opponent is just kind of getting to play the game they want. But it would have been better than letting this knight in and just completely obliterating me. So this is not the first time I've basically lost on missing a one move tactic, idea, whatever it is, and the game's just over here, right? Like, I fought really hard and I was kind of close to coming up with ideas, but there's just too many of my opponent's pieces here, right? Like, to think that I would be able to find a way out from here is kind of absurd. Even though this, like I said, what? Like, that is a weird move. The engine says if I just go here, which I didn't see until later, this idea of being able to bring the rook in this way, I might have been able to save the game. White's still winning, 1.7, but like I got a shot. But this was just game. I thought, well, at least I'm taking an attacker off the board. But it's more like, well, now all you've done is involved another attacker in this pawn. And I totally I underestimated how strong that was going to be. My opponent misses the win here. Instead trades into a different win. So that is yet another frustrating one. The engine says I'm at 83%. My opponent's at 91%. I only had the one blunder, which we saw was, you know, the knight moving to the middle. I guess it's not a one mover, right? It's a two mover. I was calling it a one mover, but if we go back, it's no, not that. That was game anyway. Oh, they're not even calling this a blunder. That's funny. The game that loses the game, they're just calling it a mistake. But this move that loses the game, it's a two mover, right? It's bang, bang, bang. Their second move is what's lethal. And I just totally missed this move. I mean, the knight looks so innocent. Look, he's all the way back there. He can't do anything from back there. I'm going to castle. Like, let's say they don't see that move. Okay, they're all knight moves. Let's say they just go here. Like, I'll pile up here. Well, then it's not that bad. Now I can just castle and be like, okay, you know, things are fine. Like, they're not great. They can sack there. Let's say they don't do that. Let's say they just make another normal move. Suddenly the game's equal, right? It was really that it wasn't as much that I misevaluated everything, I guess, as it was this knight move, which is funny because I thought the reason I was losing was because I kind of shut off any attack I had and just gave it to my opponent. But it's less the nebulous positional stuff again and just simply concrete moves in the position. And this is where I guess I really continue to struggle. I just don't feel like I struggle with this as much OTB, but I purposely moved faster. I had plenty of time. I can't really say like, oh, I was low on time as I have been with a lot of my mistakes. This is just, I missed it, and it's pretty big miss. Well, thanks for joining me for yet another debacle. Looks like we're down to what, like 1874? And I mean, the comeback has to come sometime. So, you know, keep coming back for the glorious rise back to glories and ratings gain. So I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.